I knew I was gonna have to press something else. This is going live. Okay, now it's live.
Yes.
Woo!
And
We're back.
All right, let's find
After
the
like
link.
a 2-month hiatus. I like that too. That like the first thing we do is like, okay, we gotta find a link.
Yeah.
Like we don't
Alright,
even
got
do
it.
like an introduction or anything. Just
There's a link if you need it.
Excellent. Because for whatever reason, I seem to be not able to find it today.
ah, damn it. Okay.
All right. Excellent.
You got it. Awesome. Okay.
Cool. And then forget. How do I get the regular comment page?
Yeah, I'm gonna do that too.
Yeah.
Comment page is a lot better. Okay. All right. So, do we want to talk about what we've been up to, or do we just want to talk about games or any gaming news lately?
Is there any gaming news?
Call of
No,
Duty.
Yes,
Kevin Spacey.
I saw
Yeah.
the trailer. Yeah.
So stupid.
Okay, so yeah,
Excuse me. I don't know.
Jason, what are your thoughts on it then? So the new Call of Duty.
It's Call of Duty meets Crisis meets Titanfall meets Kevin Spacey.
Kevin Spacey is the good is a positive to that.
Yeah, that is fun. Still want to see House of Cards.
It's a good show.
I heard it was a good
Anything
show.
Kevin
There's
Spacey
Netflix.
is.
Yeah, pretty much. So that means that this game will be amazing then, right? Is that what you're trying to say?
You know what the funny
Except for
thing
there
is?
wasn't one, right?
I couldn't even be bothered watching the trailer.
Aw,
I haven't
saw
even
the-
watched the trailer yet. I only saw pictures. I'm just like, no.
I saw the thing.
I'm not
and-
even wasting my money this time. Staying
Yeah.
away.
It
Go ahead.
looks. I don't know how I feel about it. On the one hand, like Kevin Spacey, freaking awesome, and then then I look at it and I'm like, well, Call of Duty's finally doing something different. It's like very futuristic. It's something completely different. They are borrowing themes from Titanfall, obviously, and Crisis, I guess. But on the other hand, it's like Call of Duty's always about like I don't know, not going crazy. And like you're jumping around and you're doing things that are like completely different from Call of Duty. It's gonna completely change up the game that's been like the same for the last decade. So I don't know if it's a good or a bad thing. On the one thing, they're changing it up, but they've gone so long without changing it up that it's gonna be really weird to have to play a Call of Duty that's like that futuristic.
It's kind of the same argument that you hear with things like Zelda, right? Like there's people who want them to shake up some of the stuff, because it's gotten maybe a little stale, but at the same time, they don't want you to move too far from Zelda.
Yes,
And that would be the comparison that I would draw because I don't really play the Call of Duty games.
Yeah.
I didn't watch the trailer though. I saw it. I glossed over it when I saw it on the thing. I was like, "Oh, cool, Kevin Spacey," and then I just kept going.
You should have watched it just for Spacey, man.
I know,
I'm just watching now just to see what it's like.
his performance is probably excellent.
Yeah, it was pretty good. It was interesting, but I was just looking at it. I was like, this doesn't feel like Call of Duty at all. So, I mean, for people that are like saying that, every year we have a new Call of Duty and it's so stale because it's the same thing over and over again, this is different, but I wasn't seeing Call of Duty with it. I did not. It doesn't feel like a Call of Duty. It doesn't look like a Call of Duty game.
I feel like it's been something like what fans have been expecting in the last 2 to 4 years. They've been expecting some kind of advanced, futuristic type of Call of Duty. I think the last one was kind of futuristic.
Yeah, Ghost.
I
think
never
it
even
was.
played the campaign for Ghost. I only played the multiplayer. But yeah, I mean, it's a little bit more futuristic. I think it's kind of what people were expecting.
Yeah.
But it's
Yeah, they need to be really careful about, losing the feel of Call of Duty, trying to mimic Titanfall too much.
Oh yeah.
That would be the big concern, I would think, because they think, oh, we need to live up to, all these big things. Titanfall is now done, or half delivered on, or fully delivered on. I haven't actually played it,
Yeah.
but
it's a good game.
But they're going to be trying to do the next evolution on Titanfall, whereas maybe that might not be the right thing for them to be doing.
It's not super like Titanfall. It's just that there's some similarities there, and it's just I think that I don't know if Do you think they did it because of Titanfall coming out, or it's just like they had this in mind that they were going to go this route, and then?
I would think
mean,
it's
they
a
had 2
response.
years, if you think about it. Because this is a different company that's making it. Who was it for this year? So they had 2 years, so they pretty much had an idea what they were doing.
Yeah. Wait, yeah. So is this the same people that did Black Ops and Black Ops 2 and World at War?
It's the same people that did Modern Warfare.
Oh,
so it's
who did
Infinity
Ghost
Ward.
then?
Yeah, Infinity Ward, yeah.
Who did
Treyarch.
Ghost?
Yeah, Infinity
Treyarch?
Ward hasn't been doing good lately. Treyarch's been the one's been producing the good ones.
There's a third one now, though.
Okay, so who created World at War, Black Ops, and Black Ops 2?
Treyarch.
Treyarch, and then
Yeah.
who created Modern Warfare 1, 2, and 3?
That was Infinity Ward. Now
Infinity
they're doing
Ward. And
Advanced
then-
Warfare. So.
And Ghost is also Treyarch.
Yes. I
So
think
they did two. They did 2 Call of Duties back to back.
Hold on.
Like
Oh,
they
wait
would
a
have done
minute,
Black
you
Ops
just
2,
blew my
and
mind. Wait a minute.
then because Black Ops 2, and then after that it was Ghost.
Actually, Ghost might have been Infinity Ward.
So then is Infinity Ward once again doing?
Well, I would imagine they'll go back to Treyarch then in that case.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. 'Cause
I do know there's a third studio.
Yeah, Ghost was
that's
Infinity
going
Ward.
on. It's going on a 3-year rotation.
Oh, well, that makes kind of sense. It's kind of nice that they do that because then it kind of changes the feel a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, but I do know it was announced a little while back that they added a third developer and they were going to have 3-year developments now on the Call of Duty games.
Still planning it for every year, god damn it. Well, not that I'm really complaining because I am playing Call of Duty right now, but I'd rather. I mean, but
Shame on you.
I know. I know. I have my reasonings. My brother's playing, and it's the only game that he has multiplayer right now, so that's why I'm playing it.
I'm the same way with Titanfall.
What?
I'm the same way with Titanfall. And every time my brother gets on, he's like, "You want to play?" I'm like, "Man, I don't
Yes.
see as much anymore." But yeah,
And right, it's a way for you to still kind of connect with him and like still talk to him and catch up on things while you play a video game. It's perfect. But I want him to get an Xbox One. That's what I'm really wanting him to get. I don't even have an Xbox One right now, but if he got one, that would just like force my hand to get it. Although I plan on getting it regardless of if he gets it.
Plants vs.
This
Zombies.
summer. Yes, yeah, Plants vs. Zombies and Titanfall are the main 2 that I really want to get.
those
And
are the two
also,
I actually have.
so there we go, right? It'd be perfect because then we could play online. And also, I really want to get Watch Dogs on it. I don't want to get Watch Dogs on PS4. I don't know. I like it's so weird, but I'm going on a completely different scale on what I was doing last time. Like when the PS4 came out, I was like, oh, this is gonna be my main console. I just really love it, and I do love it. But all the exclusives that I really am looking forward to are coming up for the Xbox One right now. Plants vs. Zombies and Titanfall. I would have picked both of those up by now. For the PS4, Infamous, I just started the series, so there's no reason for me to pick up Second Son just yet. And then what's next for PS4? That's an exclusive, like a big exclusive.
The Order?
Oh yeah, that I'm gonna pick up.
Is that
Definitely.
even this year?
I thought it was like October. Oh.
Yeah, I think it's late this year if it's coming.
Yeah, I'll check. I thought it was like October-ish. There's a lot of multi-platforms that are coming up, but I think I'm gonna get them for. I'm
MLB
mainly.
14 the show. Whoa.
Okay.
Basics.
1886. Supposedly at the end of the year this year. That might get pushed back though. It's only single player. That's kind of cool though. I like that some games are just going single player only. That means that they're focusing on the campaign. But there's a lot of multi-platforms, and I think that I really, if my brother ends up getting an Xbox One, I want to have all the multiplayer games on the Xbox One so I can play with them. So that's kind of that's another thing that is kind of forcing my hand for the PS4 that I don't want to. I'm just gonna get the exclusives on there. I think.
Have you played The Last of Us already?
Yeah.
Oh, guys, I say they can't. They're coming out with that too. I forgot.
Yeah, in HD. Kevin.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna get it. I still got screwed. I got screwed so badly when The Last of Us was coming out, with my PS3 dying pretty much right when it happened, and I just got the game. Like I
Man.
hadn't even opened the packaging yet, which was a blessing in some ways. If I'd opened it, I wouldn't have gotten near value for it.
Uh-huh.
But still, I was so pissed.
I
Thing is,
can imagine.
I did get to play a good deal of it over at a friend's place, but
Yeah.
I'm still probably gonna pick it up.
Well,
It's
the
sorry.
game. I'll just quickly say that the first half of the game is nothing compared to the second half. The second half is so much better, in my opinion. It's
Yeah.
like it just completely changed it, and you get so engrossed into like also the story. Like there's not a lot of games that I'm really engrossed into the story, but this one is pretty freaking good.
For me right now, the only game that I'm finding that I actually spend any time in on my next gen systems, and it's just due to a lack of time for the most part,
Yeah.
is I still go back to Dead Rising 3 fairly often, but that's my game. Like
I'm waiting for it to drop to $20. It's gonna be soon.
yeah,
Oh,
Either
yeah,
$20
yeah.
or it would be like Games for Gold because they did the
I
same thing with.
I saw it for 40.
Yeah, I saw 40 the other day. I
Yeah.
guarantee like during like Black Friday this year or something like that, I'd be like $20. Maybe
Oh
cheap.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah. It's such a good game though. The co-op is so much fun. You get a couple people in there, and the weapons are stupid.
I want to pick it up. I just don't want to spend the 40 for it. At least not right now.
Yeah, well, I've only got that and Rise, which is way better than, in my opinion, than it gets credit for, and a few
I don't know.
individual games, like arcadey sort of things.
Mm.
I don't know
Wow.
where my brother saw, but I think he said that the Rise is actually be free this month. I don't know why.
Really? I would download. Well, yeah, I would download it then.
Well,
Personally,
it's free,
I'm
yeah.
not sure if it's official. My brother told me like over a month ago. I don't even know where he found it at, but he read something on Reddit saying Rise is going to be free this month.
Like
Well,
on Xbox Live for people that have Xbox
Yeah.
Live.
Yeah.
like games with gold.
Yeah.
That's
I don't-
cool because I know there was
I
a
don't
lot
think
of
it's
talk.
true though, because I never heard of anything about it since he told me.
Hmm.
I hope it's true.
Yeah, I know Phil Spencer, after he took over, said they were doing a lot of stuff to revamp it to games for gold and whatnot to make it, more like something that would.
Competitive against the PSN.
Although one perk with games for gold is that you don't need to have a subscription to use them; they just work. Like you own them once you download them.
Oh,
Really?
that's kind of cool.
That's the one distinction from that. But they release maybe 2 games a month, I think. Probably on both platforms, 360 and Xbox One.
Oh, I never thought of that. That means that like when PSN eventually shuts down, we won't have Resogun anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks.
I just realized that I'm okay with some of the games playing it once and being done with it, but like I want to have Resogun. I want to be able to keep playing that. Like that's 5 years down the line, I'm probably gonna have an itch to play it again. It's just that kind of game. It'd be like if you got Flower that way, or Journey, and then you can never play that again. Oh, I'd be so upset.
I'm gonna be upset then.
Yeah, actually, Resogun's getting an update soon. If it didn't get it yet.
Oh, really? Like
Yeah,
new
it's
levels or something?
I don't remember exactly what I read. I think it had something to do with. No, I would be guessing. I don't remember. But I read there's a big update coming to Resogun, and the developer was like teasing all kinds of stuff about it. Let me see if I can find it.
That would be interesting. I forgot to post this on Facebook. I'm gonna do that now.
Yeah, we might see some more people
Yeah.
drop in at that point.
Live streaming right now. But yeah, when I eventually I do get an Xbox One, hopefully soon, I definitely want to pick up Dead Rising 3. The thing about like how you're saying that you're playing that, is it mainly to play multiplayer?
Resogun?
Yeah, no, sorry, Dead Rising 3.
Yeah, I find the co-op multiplayer is the most fun, but I do enjoy the actual game itself as well. Although there's a couple parts that I found particularly frustrating.
Yeah, it's because like when I come home and I like if I like worked if I just finished a shift, I feel like sometimes I'm too like zombied out to play like a campaign or single player, and then multiplayer. That's why I've been also playing a lot of Call of Duties, because it's just like boom, you put it on, you just zone out, and you just kind of go through the motions of killing stuff.
Yeah.
That could be I don't know. There's maybe more psychologically there that I just like to kill things after work. There might be a connection and correlation there, but I think that. What?
You okay?
Am I okay?
Yeah. Do you hate your job?
Oh well, no.
Going too personal now. Sorry.
No, well, just any work related.
That's true.
It just gets to you after a while.
So the Resogun thing actually looks like it's more of a DLC than just an update.
Okay.
But it's local. It's adding local co-op.
Local co-op. Oh, yeah, that's good. I've been wanting that. I didn't know why that wasn't there to begin with, because I wanted to play that with my brother, and I was like, I can't.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it says here it's going to be $15. Oh, hold on. It says Resogun will be available for purchase for $15. I'm not sure.
Okay.
I'm not sure it says anything regarding what the DLC price is going to be. Don't know. And maybe we'll get a better price on it, like on the DLC, just by virtue of being PSN subscribers.
Yeah, that's true too.
So.
I might nab that, because I really did enjoy Resogun.
It's unfortunate that it's only local co-op.
Can we play online? Isn't there like multiplayer co-op?
Is there?
I'm pretty sure.
I haven't noticed.
There's one of them. There's one. It's either like multiplayer co-op or no. If local co-op is starting now, then there's multiplayer. Because we talked about we could play it, but we just never got around to it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, truth be told, I don't think I've had my PS3 on. I mean, my PS4. I don't think I've even turned it on since. This mostly goes for my Xbox One as well. Since like February.
Oh man. Well, I understand. You're like crazy busy. It's understandable.
Yeah. Well, I'm still playing my 3DS though, so I'm finding a little time for gaming.
That's
Actually,
good.
my PS3 as well.
I was gonna say, have you gotten time to play? Was it Bravely Default? How far have you gotten with that?
Oh yeah.
I don't want to start it until I can actually see
So you
it.
haven't started it yet?
Oh well.
Okay.
You told me it's gonna be like 50 hours, right?
Yeah.
I beat it in 130. I don't know. I did a lot of extra stuff.
130? Oh my god.
That's all I did for 2 months. That was the only thing I spent playing. But I think it's also because I kept my 3DS on one night, and it just spent like 12 hours on and just like clocked it up right there. But still over 100 hours.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. But still,
I don't know.
The only things. Sorry.
It's so. But like, okay, when you get to chapter 5, you kind of have to. I don't want to spoil anything, but you know what I'm talking about, right, Jason? Like chapter 5, 6, 7, 8, they're all very similar.
It's gonna be like Final Fantasy. It's beginning.
Yeah. But like I just
at the end.
I didn't redo everything. I just went and did the things that I had to do, and I just.
Oh. That's why it took me 130 hours.
Yeah, I did
everything.
I did the first time, but then I was like, why am I doing this? It's not like they're giving me any extra like storyline to it. They did kind of, but then it was just over and over again the same thing. So I was like, I'll just do the things I need to do.
I ended up being max level when I got to the very end. I didn't even grind. I just happened to be at max level at the very end.
What's the max level? 99 or?
99.
I'm getting close to there. I'm still not done. I'm at like chapter 9 or something. So I'm at the end. Well, because there's 2 endings, and I want to do the second.
So good.
Did you do the second ending? Because there's 2 different.
I did the second ending first, and then I went back and did the first ending.
Oh, okay. But see, I've only done one of them, so
it's so good. Both endings are really good.
Yeah.
The second one, though.
I am going to get to the game. I'm kind of in the same boat as Kyle right now. Where he was talking about he wants to just come home and just unwind in a game. Like
That's what I did.
That's
all I did. Just unwind to that.
I need bite-size experiences right now.
You can unwind in Bravely Default because I did that a while. That's why I was able to beat it, is because that I just I would come home. The hardest problem with playing it was opening it up and starting it up. But once you started it, you could unwind in it. It's one of the few games where I felt maybe it's because it's a handheld that it helps.
I
don't know if that makes any
does
sense.
help.
Yeah, I don't know why, because you can kind of just lay in bed, right, and then you're unwinding that way.
Yeah, a lot of times I would just, when you're doing a boss battle, I want to fight the boss, I'll just plug in my headphones and just sit back and relax for an hour.
Yeah.
The music is so good in that game. I really like it.
It is, yeah.
Did anybody here go for the Yoshi game on the 3DS?
No.
I didn't get
played it in the store on one of the kiosks. I was really unimpressed.
Yeah. Where I work, we have a kiosk too. I haven't had time to play it, but I just see it right there at the kiosk. It doesn't look that impressive at all to me.
No, actually, if anything, I think even the art style turns me off almost completely.
I've heard reviews, and basically that's exactly it. Nobody's nobody's impressed with this game. Everybody's kind of just there's no really redeeming quality about this game. It's not terrible from what I've heard, but it's just
it's kind of clunky.
Yeah.
Unlike the Super Mario games that are made on the same sort of formula, which play fantastic. Yeah. So I was really surprised when I really felt lost in this game, and the art style was just really kind of pushing me away at the same time. I don't know if it's better with the 3D on, but I can't imagine it is. It looks really blurry and really everything's scratchy lines. Nothing is. It's really odd.
Yeah.
You sure it just wasn't us? It's some kid who might have just broken the 3DS, and then when you're playing, you're like, oh crap.
No, well, apparently the reviews are the same thing though, so it's not.
All right.
Unless they're doing that to every 3DS. You put it, it's just a bug that destroys your 3DS. It looks like shit now. I play another game and it still looks like crap.
And it's so disappointing.
That happened to the 3DS at my work, because the one we had, some kid actually broke off the little joystick that was there, so you couldn't even really move or do anything. We had to get a replacement. It sucked. I never play it, but it sucked.
Yeah, it's
the 3DS.
It's really disappointing too, because they haven't really made a Yoshi game in quite some time, and I just think they completely dropped the ball on this one. In fairness, in the small amount that I've played.
Yeah, but most people that I've heard are saying the same thing. At least though, they are making a Yoshi for the Wii U, which will probably be good, because isn't it like Kirby's Epic Yarn?
I think it's like Kirby's Epic Yarn meets Yoshi Story or something like that.
Exactly. So I mean,
right.
Yeah. Not everybody had seen that wasn't everybody's cup of tea either. But if you're able to just play video games for fun, that would be a good game to unwind with. I find if it's like Epic Yarn.
Yeah.
Have you heard about all this Smash Brothers news lately?
A little bit.
I know. They're actually they're releasing the 3DS and the Wii U on separate dates now.
Yeah. Summertime for 3DS, and at the end, which
I think they should have done the opposite. Honestly,
I don't. Because the Wii U needs it more.
Yeah, I'm saying if they did do something like this, I'd rather have them released at the same time.
Yeah.
If they did see something like this, Wii should be first, just so they can actually get the sales for it.
Exactly, and then that's on the one hand, it's Nintendo might be looking at it like this. Well, I think they had it planned even before the Wii U was launched, so I think they wanted to release it for both systems. But it's kind of like the 3DS; they're going to get a crap ton of sales, because it's the first time Super Smash Bros. Has ever been there. The 3DS is the most sold next generation console, include everything. It's just outselling everything. So they're going to get the most sales there. But then the Wii U it's gonna be like, well, I can get it for the 3DS, which I already have, or I can fork out like $250 and then buy it for the Wii U. People are not gonna do that. It's just, I don't know, having the option to play it on the 3DS, unless the 3DS just completely sucks.
I don't think it'll suck, but
I don't think so either.
I'm getting it anyway. It means Smash Brothers.
Yeah, I'm getting it for both.
I would think it'll be comfortably the second best version of the game, though.
Oh, I agree with that.
It's hard to imagine the Wii U version not besting it.
Yeah.
Personally, I'll only buy one of them. That's mainly because I've been a little, maybe a little disappointed with the last couple installments.
Yeah, a couple installments and then like the second and third.
I like the first one. In fairness, I liked Melee as well, but I thought Brawl. I
agree with that. Brawl sucked.
I didn't like Brawl at all.
Yeah.
And the online was executed really poorly as well.
Yeah.
But they're online, Nintendo.
Yeah, makes complete sense.
Finally, Mario Golf.
It's not a live stream without a Nintendo online rant.
I know, right? And I just did unboxings for the 2 games that came out today, but I just want to talk about that, and I talk about it in the freaking videos, but I don't care. I want to talk about it on the live stream because I want to get your opinions. This is so fucking stupid. Nintendo released, like, how many games have released for the 3DS this year that are big titles? Yoshi's...
Wait, this year?
This year, 2014. Like in the last, 4 months? We've had four months so far of worth of video games. We've had Yoshi, which did very poorly. We had a few niche games here and there, but there wasn't even that many. I can't even think of anything else other than Yoshi. I know Conception 2 that you have, Jason, but that was also released on the Vita, and that's more of a niche title, so that's not like a big thing. Although I do really want to pick it up. I do really want to pick that up. But other than that, Conception 2?
Yeah, did they publish that one? Or
I don't.
were you just talking
Atlas did, but it's for the Vita and 3DS.
Okay.
So it's a multi-platform, but it's a niche title. But I really, really want it. And I saw it today, and I was like, but it was only for the 3DS, and I kind of want it for the Vita.
Bravely Default was a big release.
Oh,
for the 3DS this year.
My goodness, yes. Okay, that
was. I don't know the one who came up with that.
I don't know.
Because you want to play it, that's why.
Yeah.
I know you want.
Yeah.
It's sitting on my stand over there.
And this big release.
Yes.
Kirby was a big release.
But that's what I mean. Those two were released today. Why not release them a few weeks apart, like a month apart? That is so stupid to release 2 big games on the same day.
What was the
other one? Sense.
Kirby and the Mario Golf.
Triple Deluxe.
Kirby game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did not know this. Somehow it's completely.
I didn't know about it either. I completely forgot. IGN didn't give it a good rating.
But yeah, when you don't have a lot of titles coming out, it really doesn't make a lot of sense to launch multiple games. Yeah, and like these aren't games as well. Huh.
Yeah, this one.
These are. Oh, Triple Deluxe. I have heard.
Yes, Triple Deluxe. Yeah.
It doesn't make a lot of sense, no, especially when you consider these are not third-party games, right? Like, and I know Nintendo gets some say in when those come out, anyways.
Yeah.
But like these are their own games.
And why compete with yourself? Like, it would make even a little bit more sense if it was one of them was for the Wii U. Like, if the Kirby was a Wii U title.
Yeah.
And this was for the 3DS. At least it's you're not competing for the same demographic that has that console. Not everybody has 3DS. Not everybody has Wii U. So you kind of pick and choose. But here they're splitting their fans right in the middle. Like, why do that? That's lowering your sales for both. That's so.
They want you to buy both.
They
for
do.
Rich, for Americans.
Well, I know, but just give it like a month from now, and then you'd be able to have everybody getting both because you'd get people to buy this right away, and then in a month from now pick up Kirby because there's nothing else coming out next month. I think for the 3DS that's big. That I know of.
I was looking through a list. Was it March 21st? Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright came out.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah. So I think that there was Bravely Default, Professor Layton, the Yoshi game, and now these two. Those are I think the biggest ones that came out so far this year. And Nintendo did this again last year with Link's Between World and Mario Party, both on the 3DS, along with Super Mario 3D World for the Wii U on the same day as the Xbox One. That's like just no wonder Super Mario 3D World did horrible in sales.
Yeah, and you really thought that should have been the game too, right? Like to really kind of get like if a Mario game isn't like a real Mario game isn't gonna get the Wii U going, then they got big problems.
Oh my god!
Probably even Mario Kart though. That has to be the thing because they even made a bundle for it. It's like what $329 US, I think.
That's smart. That's really smart of them to do.
Expensive.
Yeah. Oh, and then if you get Mario Kart 8, you also get a free game.
Yes, I saw that too.
You saw that?
You can like Pikmin 3,
awesome.
New Super Mario Bros. What's the other two? There's another two, and they're like big titles.
Party U.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what else? Sorry.
Go ahead.
What else are they offering in the bundle for the Mario Kart system?
Let's see, it's 32 gigabyte Wii U. I'm actually looking at it right now. 32 gigabyte Wii U, Mario Kart 8. You get another. You know those little red racing wheels they had with Mario Kart Wii. You get another one of those. Wii Remote Plus, and then that whole thing. That's for $330. And so you get a Wii Remote and a gamepad with the racing wheel, Mario Kart 8, and the system. It's a 32 gigabyte.
And there's an extra free game technically with Mario Kart 8, right? Because Pikmin 3, New Super Mario Bros, Wii Party U, and what was the other one, Jason?
Wind Waker HD.
Wind Waker. Yeah. Like that's I will admit that's pretty smart of Nintendo to do. I agree with that.
That's not bad.
Genius
that's not bad.
there.
What would you go with? Pikmin 3 or New Super Mario's Wii U?
If I didn't have?
Yeah, because those are the two I don't have. I have the other two though. Surprisingly.
I don't have Pikmin 3. I really want it. That's like one of the few Wii U games that I don't have. I'd probably say New Super Mario Bros. But because I played it, like it's.
I would too.
I never played Pikmin 2 or 1, so that's what I'm a little worried about.
Okay, well then I'm kind of in the same boat. I want to beat Pikmin 1 and 2. Like I played Pikmin 1 like when it first came out, so that's why I don't have Pikmin 3 yet. So I'm thinking not. I don't know if there's like big storyline issues or anything. I don't think there is. So you could just jump right into Pikmin 3, but.
So, the only thing I heard about Pikmin 3 is just that it was like a rehashed version of Pikmin 2 or something like that. Like they didn't really change it that much compared to the other two, but I don't know. I still want to try them.
Oh yeah, definitely. I do too. But I'd go for New Super Mario Bros. If you haven't. I think I'm gonna go with when I get it. I'll get probably like Wii Party U just because I don't. It's the only one. Like a Pikmin 3, I want a physical copy.
The only thing about Wii Party U I'd be worried about is do you actually get like when you buy Wii Party U? Like I actually have the box for it, but you get like a little stand that comes with it.
Is that what you get? I thought it was like I assumed it was a download code.
I think like a Wii remote.
Oh, that's true.
So you get like two things along with Wii Party U. So if you get the digital copy, you're kind of
screwed.
Off. I don't know.
Yeah, for that game anyway. That's weird that they would offer that one of all games.
Yeah.
Where you need an extra peripheral to play the entire game. I don't know. Maybe I'll sell the code for like I don't know $20 somewhere else maybe. We'll see. Are you considering getting Mario Kart, Kevin?
It should be a definite.
I know, but this is Kevin. We're talking about racing games are not his cup of tea.
I don't know.
As a person who really hates racing games, this is like the one racing game I like.
Funny thing is, I actually enjoy Forza more than I enjoy Mario Kart.
Oh, really? Well, I guess it's a racing. You like racing simulations more, like Gran Turismo and stuff.
I prefer them a little bit.
Mario's mustache moves in this game.
I wouldn't spend more than like $20 on Forza either, though. So maybe I'll pick up Mario Kart like down the line, but it won't be like a full price purchase.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
I was gonna say anyway, even if you're doing that promotion, it lasts I think like a month or two.
Yeah.
Sure.
Right. Yeah. That can be possible.
It's July 31st, so you still have like 2 months to pick it up anyway. If you wanted that promotion.
Oh, cool. Cool.
Yeah.
So,
Who beats?
does anybody else think that Nintendo is maybe missing a bit of an opportunity with games like Mario Golf and stuff? Like, to me, that's like a perfect candidate to be on both systems.
Yeah.
To an extent, but then you might. It's not, to me, that's not like a huge system seller. So I think that you kind of 3DS already has the crowd, so just go for that one. Because then you're spending more money to put it on the Wii U, and it's not probably going to come back with the sales, I think.
I guess it depends on how much work they determine it would be to port it. Like,
Yeah.
not a graphic-intensive game. You could bump up things, but I don't know.
I think it would be perfect for the Wii, honestly, especially with the little screen. Because the way they have it with the 3DS, you can actually use the screen to like adjust your ball and move the screen a certain way. And then you can also do back spins, super spins, top spins, like that. So I think it would be perfect with the Wii U.
I could see them in like a year from now, just all of a sudden coming out with like the exact same game, just like for the Wii U. So like, oh, World Tour, it's like exactly like World Tour if World Tour does really well in sales, they might consider doing that. I could see them.
Yeah, like it would be nice if you could play. Like, I'm a big fan of being able to play between. Like, if you have an ecosystem of online games.
Mm-hmm.
And you have multiple platforms, and both of your systems are capable systems, which the 3DS may not be very powerful, but it's certainly a capable system, and it has a lot of good games. So if you have those two spots in place, it makes a lot of sense to me to have more of a selection of games that are capable of playing between them. Like
cross-platforming.
Well, and really, like, if you think about it, it's a level playing field when you're dealing with something like a golf game or a tennis game or something like that. Like, you can play that. Maybe like a first-person shooter or something, it's maybe not as valuable in some ways because the input controls just aren't there.
Mm-hmm.
But and honestly, it's probably going to be more of a frustrating experience for the people on the handhelds than it's going to be worth.
Yeah.
But there are a lot of games that I do think would lend themselves well to that.
Especially like golf. Like golf, that's so easy to put on both systems and be very equal, I find. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I think that Nintendo should come out with like a new Wii Sports, like a Wii Sports U, is what I think that they.
I don't know how that hasn't happened yet.
They remade. They just ported it over, right, and added multiplayer. I'm saying come up with something like Wii Sports, like we had. What was it? Wii Sports Resort. I want Wii Sports Resort U, but it's like completely different. Like I don't know, whatever games they haven't done.
Take all the games they have done, package those in, and add some new ones.
Oh, you could do that. Yes, that would be good. And add multiplayer to all of them.
Yeah, because how difficult could that really be? Like the games themselves.
Yeah.
Are there. Like, maybe you have to bump them up to look okay in HD because they were originally Wii games. But honestly, I don't think people playing Wii U or like Wii Sports probably are not there for the HD.
Exactly. I know. Exactly. Like, this is not going to be like... It's not going to be like something like Zelda, Pikmin, even New Super Mario Bros. Like, these are the games that you don't have to put like a ton of time into for the graphics to make it look super pretty. Just make it look colorful in HD, which Nintendo apparently with the Wii U is like a pro at 1080p, no problem. We got this. So they're good. Like, that's easy money, not a lot of time in development, and the games are there and they sell well. This is what Nintendo should be doing: is looking at games that wouldn't take a lot of time to make, that don't cost a lot of money, and will hopefully help the Wii U, because the Wii U is 2 months since we've done a live stream and we're still talking about how horrible the Wii U is doing.
Well, and it's at this point in time, it's in danger, I would think, very, very soon of being passed by both Microsoft and Sony.
PS4, I think, is beating it.
Yeah, actually, by quite a bit, I think.
Yeah, and Xbox One is getting there, and they're saying that they're kind of worried about the Xbox One. I mean, I think they're just worried about the Xbox One because it's not beating the PS4. I think the Xbox One is
So
going to do
early.
fine.
Yeah, it's so.
Yeah, the Wii U is getting into. It's not there yet, but it's getting close to like Dreamcast territory, and that's scary, man. You do not want that.
It hasn't managed. Yeah, it hasn't managed to gain any traction whatsoever. And Mario Kart could be what finally does put it over the top in terms of starting to get there.
Yeah,
it's still gonna be a battle.
If Mario Kart doesn't do it, there's nothing else they have in their library. Super Smash will help a bit, but if Mario Kart isn't something that does any significant movement, especially at the timing, like they're doing the best because they're doing it at a time where there's not a lot of games coming out. There's nothing that's going to compete against it, which is excellent. They're adding in the extra game to try to entice people to you get this game because this is the game that you wanted. This is what sold you on the Wii U. Plus, we'll give you another game so you're not like completely dry on games.
Yeah.
And they're doing it smart. It's just I don't know if it's going to be enough.
And there's no shortage of Wii U stock, so and I think everybody's well aware of that fact. So if the sales aren't there, it's strictly because people don't want it.
Exactly.
They also have that Zelda game coming out. I think it's gonna be this year. The one that's like Zelda meets Dynasty Warriors.
Hyrule Warriors. Or something.
Hyrule Warriors. Yeah. That one, that'll probably come out sometime around. I'm expected to come out the exact same name as Smash Brothers, the way they've been releasing games lately. They will do that. Like,
yeah.
I'm laughing now, but it actually happens.
Oh, I see it now. They'll release like everything.
Yeah, Smash Brothers, Zelda. Might as well just throw another Mario in there while we're at it.
Yeah. And it'll be the same data like. Halo's launching for the Xbox One for the first time, and
Halo 2.
Yeah.
Or it'll be like 6 days before Christmas.
Yeah. A little too late there, Nintendo.
I already pre-ordered this on fine. I was like on the side on Amazon pre-order just in case if I want it. Which I wonder
if that would work though. 6 days before Christmas, because. On the one hand, you don't have a lot of people that do a lot of shopping beforehand, but then everybody knows that this is like the big item because it's like 6 days before Christmas is going to be a limited quantity. Everybody would kind of just go crazy for it, right?
Quit retail on the heartbeat. I might get a deal with all the people.
That's true. Yeah, 6 days before Christmas. My God, everybody's doing the last minute stuff, and then everybody wants this extra thing. Yeah.
6 days before Christmas, though, it wouldn't necessarily completely backfire on them.
No.
But I would say with anything like that, you want to be out before the Black Friday.
Yes, definitely.
I forgot they also had Bayonetta 2 coming out.
That's true.
The Xeno game. So they actually do have a lot of stuff, but they're not talking about it.
Yeah. Well, go ahead, Kevin.
If you had to handicap it, you would think that Smash Brothers has a pretty high odds of being a November release, somewhere in November.
Hopefully, yeah. That's they better. They should have. They should try to have. They should have. Okay, so they have Mario Kart coming out soon, at the end of the month, and then they should try to have something big for September, big for October, and end it off with Super Smash in November. But they should focus on having two other big games. And we don't know what they are because I assume we're waiting for E3, which I don't like the new model of how we know that these games are coming 2 months before they're released. Give us I don't know if it's because it's just so hard to determine if they have things ready. If they're like, God, this game's gonna glitch if we don't have it prepared by this date, so they don't know 2 months away.
So I know they're not gonna have the press conference again. But when they do Nintendo, they're going to do the Nintendo Direct thing again. They're very smart with that. But I expect when they do the Direct thing, they're going to have some big game, and they're like, it comes out in 3 days.
Along with 5 other games. I know. But don't go to the Nintendo Direct. I've looked at how many views that gets. It doesn't even get 1 million. So Nintendo Direct is not helping them whatsoever. Have an E3 presence. compete with Sony and Microsoft. Like, that's the only way you can do this. Just bite the bullet, do what you used to do, present yourself as a game company, and don't try to do different things. Like, it's not working right now.
They're throwing in the towel before they even get started.
Exactly. Well, we're in Dreamcast territory, so we're just going to do Nintendo Directs on YouTube, and that's it.
I was waiting for Iwata to get kicked out sooner or later.
Say that again, sorry?
I'm waiting for Iwata to get kicked out more than likely. And then they did say Miyamoto was working on some new IP, so I'm interested about that.
That could be interesting. That might help a little bit, but it's just, I don't like, they're not having the same presence that they used to. And I think that E3 should be where they're at, and it's like, they should have a huge E3 conference and be like, this is where we're going to blow you away. This is Super Smash Brothers coming out now. This is the games that you know that are coming out, and here's some brand new IP or a new Zelda game. Just even showing us that they're working on it, and just destroy everything, and boom, there we go. You know, you have the attention of the world, and then people will start buying the Wii U.
They need to do the same thing they did with like Twilight Princess when they announced that. That E3 is probably one of the best E3s they ever had.
Wow. Yeah. What were you gonna say, Kevin?
I don't know, like their lack of presentations and things like that, and some of their other choices and the way they talk, it's like they're happily just accepting a role of irrelevance. Like that they don't even want to enter that stage.
Yeah.
And like, why would you? I don't understand why you would want to pull yourself back out of the mind share.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't. Is it cost effective to them? Like, I don't understand why they're kind of going this route. Have they ever explained why? Like, why is this beneficial to them?
I don't know. I think they think that at some level they're speaking more directly to their fans, but at the same time, the people
They're ignoring us.
Yeah.
They've been ignoring us for the last like 10 years or so.
Well, they don't believe they're ignoring us. That's kind of part of the problem.
They don't speak English.
They kind of, and then they say that they're paying attention to us. They think that they're paying attention to us. Then they'll flag everything on YouTube and piss off the entire YouTube audience, which is where they play their Nintendo Direct at. Do they really think that's? They're not thinking properly. How is it that like 3 guys on a live cast that are able to figure this out, and people that getting paid millions of dollars, work for Nintendo, can't comprehend that?
If you want people to be interested in your products, you need to create fanfare, and they're doing a really horrible job.
Yeah.
In that aspect.
What you do is Sony did an amazing job, and that could be why they're finally winning, is because that they saw what Microsoft did. Microsoft completely screwed themselves by like doing so many things against what fans wanted, and Sony came out and said, we're not doing any of that, and this is how you share a game. Gives them the game.
Yeah.
Like, they do that kind of stuff, boom, you'll win the race. It's working for Sony.
I find even the people within Nintendo that we've traditionally felt have personality, we're not even seeing it anymore. Like guys like Reggie, who would come out onto the stage, and he'd have those great comments, like my body is ready and all of these different things like that.
Yeah.
We don't see any of that anymore. It's Nintendo Direct. It's completely rigid. There's no life to any of it.
Yeah.
And it's all pre-recorded. There's a certain, I don't know. There's just something about live events.
Yes, I completely agree. It brings, because we're feeling it at the same time as everybody else, and if you're part of that group that's seeing it at that time, you feel like you're special, and it's a special moment that you'll remember. Man, remember when they announced this, and like it was to the world, and everybody was freaking out. Like this is a time when the social media is just like off the wall, and they have the chance to break into this so easily, and they're not. I completely agree with you on that.
Yeah, it's like why are the Nintendo fans less important to be catered to than the Sony fans or the Microsoft fans? Like these are everybody's looking for all the information, and it shouldn't be that you have to know where to find this particular little direct, or if it's even going to happen, because a lot of the time these Nintendo Directs, they just pop up randomly. If you don't follow the gaming websites, you wouldn't even know they happen.
Exactly. I don't think Nintendo realizes that. Like, I'm sorry, but I'm not going to subscribe. Even for the people that are on YouTube, I doubt that either of you are subscribed to Nintendo, because they post how many videos all the time. So even if you were subscribed to them, which not everyone is, you won't necessarily see that it's a Nintendo Direct, because there's so many other things that they post. So,
Yeah.
God, jeez, man.
I actually am subscribed to them. But I don't follow it that much, though.
So, yeah.
And the Nintendo Direct stuff they post up,
Yeah.
if they do post it up, it's already over with, so I don't.
Yeah. Yeah, and yeah, so like one out of three of us, and we're all into video games a lot. Kevin, are you subscribed to them?
No.
Okay, so 1 out of 3.
No.
Like, that's just.
I'm gonna subscribe to them now.
As far as YouTube goes, I'm only subscribed to like 6 channels.
And probably like two of them are me and Jason.
3 of them, because you've got 2 and he's got 1, or actually no, 4 of them because he's got 2.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So yeah, I've only got like 2 other channels that I subscribe to beyond you guys, and actually, one of them is you've actually seen. It was that Katie Wilson.
Yeah. I
find
find
her
it special.
Quite funny.
I find it hilarious. Yeah.
I can't even remember what the other one is.
The 6th mystery one. That's your like private one that you don't want anybody to know about. I'm gonna go find out, and I'm gonna reveal it to the world.
Yeah.
Just completely random, but in the comments we have Crazy Unique asking, "How are you liking your new apartment and video game room, Kyle?" I love it. Thank you for asking that.
That's weird. I don't even have any comments.
Yeah, I don't see anything either.
Really? Press the refresh button.
I did.
Yeah.
Really?
YouTube.
It says 5 minutes ago.
I blame Google Plus.
They have horror. Yeah, that's another thing that we could rant on. We're not going to do that. We ranted enough this video.
Yeah.
So the chat box used to be on like the right. It's like on the bottom now, like what it used to be an actual YouTube video.
On the right, I liked it so much more because it felt like it was a chat, and it showed up that much faster. I found a little bit faster. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, yes, I am loving the new apartment. Obviously, the game room is the biggest thing, and I really want to show it off, but it's not fully done yet. I've done everything in the background, but I want to put up a few things. I'll be doing a video soon.
I'd love to have a game room, but at the same time, I don't have any of my old games anymore, so I'm not sure what I would show.
Do you have any video game memorabilia?
Not really.
No,
No.
I've been like slowly trying to get all the old games I have back, but only like one by one whenever I feel like it. Like I did with Golden Sun.
Yeah. It took me so long just to get this. Like, it's just... I have movies as part of my collection, and I know that you have quite a few Blu-rays, Kevin, so that could be one side.
I'm starting to get Blu-rays now.
I saw Anchorman 2. That is so awesome. The little button they had on the tower, the target thing. That's like so neat. That I was like, I want that. I don't know if they have that.
I didn't like the Wolf of Wall Street one though. Like I got it. I thought the actual back was gonna be the actual cover back part, but it's just like a little paper slip.
Yeah, I know. Steelbooks are hit and miss for me.
And then I got Frozen.
You got Frozen too? That wasn't in the video.
You got it too? Well, I got it in March.
Yeah, I got it a while back. I got it for my girlfriend. I was like, all right.
I got it for myself.
I haven't seen it. I have nothing wrong with Disney movies. Disney movies are awesome.
I was just curious about the hype because I never heard the damn song. Now I hear it.
Which movie is this?
Frozen.
I haven't seen it.
At the Oscars, John Travolta completely butchered the name.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Since we're on the topic of movies, both of you have to see The Amazing Spider-Man 2 if you haven't already.
I still haven't seen Cap 2.
Screw Captain America 2. Amazing Spider-Man 2 is where it's at. I did not think that because I freaking hate Andrew Garfield. We've talked about this before. I think it seems
I
familiar.
loved him in the second one, honestly.
Oh yeah, he did
really
much better.
good. It was hilarious.
Wow,
I
that
more
good.
the comedy than anything.
I know, right? The comedy
It was fucking hilarious.
Yeah, when he's trying to figure out how for the web stuff that when he wants to like fight Electro again, but he's trying to figure out the batteries.
Oh yeah,
It was
well,
so
keep
good.
it spoiler free. Keep it the little spoiler.
I know. I'm not saying the jokes. I'm just saying the situation.
The one part I find hilarious was when he saw Gwen and then he was like walking across the street really slow, and then they had all the traffic going by him.
Mm-hmm.
I'll keep it.
Sense.
I'll keep it at that. But yeah, it was hilarious.
Yeah. Or how in the first battle he has with Electro at the end of it, what he does with the
yeah. That was funny.
It's
It was
good.
Spider-Man that I remember, at least. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, not remembered, but it was hilarious.
Yeah. The only thing I didn't like is the very ending. Like, I wanted more from what they showed, if you know what I mean. Like, they kind of just, how they just ended it.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, come on. Kevin, you got to see it.
Yeah, I will at some point.
It is definitely a lot better than the first one. A lot of people have been looking at it didn't like the second one. I don't know why. I found it hilarious.
Well, they felt that there's a lot going on in the second one.
The one thing I didn't like though was I did feel like, which I did agree with, that they just crammed way too many villains, way too many scenarios together. They rushed it way too much.
Yeah, it does feel a little bit like it's just like. Yeah, there's tons of storylines going on. There's a thing with his parents, the things with Gwen Stacy. There's a thing with Harry Osborn. There's a thing with Electro. There's there's a thing with Aunt May. There's like, my God, there's so much going on. That I think turned off a lot of people. But Electro, holy freak, man! They did. I didn't know Hans Zimmer was the guy doing the score for the music. It completely makes sense now because the music in this adds so much to the movie. It's insane. And Electro's voice, he's like the best.
Oh, Jamie Foxx? Yeah, he did a fantastic job.
Yeah. But he's such a threatening and menacing villain. Like, I feel like there's nobody that, like, I can't think of any other villain recently for Marvel that was this, like, a threat to the main character because he was just so powerful. And the way that they added the music and the voice, I was like, man, he's, like, awesome.
The one thing I did, I saw an interview yesterday. Me and my brother were watching. I think it was like a Ellen DeGeneres interview or something like that. But he said the reason, like the way he spoke like that with Electro, he said he got inspired by Clint Eastwood. So he tried to act like Clint Eastwood trying to be an Electro, but it worked out pretty well.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He's amazing.
Yeah.
He was awesome in that. I did not. I was going in there. I was like, please be decent. And I was like,
it was creepy as hell in the beginning though. Before you.
Electro.
Yeah.
It was. So you gotta watch it, Kevin.
Yeah.
I've literally been to the movies to see nothing so far this year.
I'm gonna see a movie in May. I'm seeing Godzilla with my brothers.
Yeah.
I want to see Godzilla.
I'm seeing the IMAX. There's an IMAX nearby me. I'm gonna go with my brothers. We're gonna see it.
Go ahead, Kevin.
I just don't make it to the movies in general. It seems like last year I saw 2 movies all year in theaters, and they were The Lone Ranger, which I didn't pay for, and The Hobbit.
Well, at least The Hobbit.
This is gonna be the first movie I see in theaters in a while. It's been a few years since I've seen a movie in the theaters. The last one I remember seeing, sadly, was The Green Lantern.
Right. Didn't you just see The Amazing Spider-Man 2?
No, I saw it. Doesn't mean I saw it in theaters.
Fair enough.
Was it was the quality good, or was it a kid?
Yeah, the quality was pretty good, yeah. I mean, it was like a little like webcam quality, obviously.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it was really good. It didn't even come out in America yet when I saw it.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah.
It came out like, I forget where else it came out first.
In Europe. They always get the Marvel movies first in Europe. I don't know why.
Sony prefers Europe.
Yeah.
No, it's everywhere.
Oh, it's Marvel.
Not just Sony. It's like Fox does it, and like Captain America was released first in Europe. Like, it's just everybody. All the Marvel movies get released there first. But Godzilla is one to see in theaters. I haven't seen it, but I mean, of all the ones, that's like.
Webcam ain't worth that.
Are either of you guys looking forward to the new 24 season that's starting up, or do neither of you watch that?
I've never watched 24. That's just me, though. I'm younger than you guys, so I don't know.
Yeah, I think it starts on Monday.
Yeah. I'm quite excited for it. I still haven't watched season 8 though. I don't know why, but I'm a huge fan of like first 7 seasons. So
yeah,
I'm gonna have to watch season 8 and then I'll go on to the next.
I've been meaning to watch Game of Thrones, but I just never watched it. I've been meaning to watch that.
So good.
Yeah. I haven't started season 4 yet.
I'm trying to finish Sons of Anarchy before I start that. That ends this.
Must resist spoilers.
Are we for?
I don't think so.
What?
Thought Kyle was saying, "Are we frozen?" I think he's frozen. He's the one hosting the live stream, so.
Yeah, shame on you, Kyle.
Oh, there we go. Is it working?
Hey. Yep. Yeah, all good here.
That was weird.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's actually still live streaming. I'm gonna check it out right now.
Well,
it's live
probably
for me.
Won't know for a few minutes.
Yeah,
at least it's still going for me.
Yeah. I think it's still going. Okay.
Yeah, my comments never updated. I don't know.
Oh man, Game of Thrones.
How's season 4 so far?
Season 4 is great. And I'm sure there's a lot more coming. But let me get them without saying anything.
More penises.
It's not going to take long for you to get into it.
Okay. Well, every season so far I've really liked. So that's why I'm gonna watch them all once they're done. Like as soon as like the last episode is coming out, like I'll start watching it that day probably.
I've been watching them as they air because I have HBO this season.
I can't do that. I can't do that, man. I can't wait a week to watch another episode.
I guess it's making it even better though.
It's part of the fun.
As it comes out.
It is, but like if I just stay away from spoilers, and like people say that this person died, I was like, as long as it's like the main characters, I don't know who they are. Unless I'm like once I start watching it, then I remember the names. So
everybody dies.
Yeah, pretty much.
There you go.
As long as Peter Dinklage is fine, as long as he's fine, I'm happy. That's all I care about. Everybody else can die if they have to.
I wouldn't say anything either way.
Okay, that's good.
Say it.
What?
Oh, don't say it. Don't say it. No, because I won't believe him. If he says he dies, I'll be like, fuck off.
He's not going to watch this show anymore.
If he dies, unless they create a new character that I really get into, I don't think I could continue watching. It's just
really,
yeah. That's how much he means to me. There was 2 characters I liked. There was Peter Dinklage's character, Tyrion is his name, I think.
Yeah, Tyrion.
Okay, and there was the other character who dies in season 1, and I was like,
yeah. Well, I like Littlefinger.
Which one's he?
Peter Baelish.
The midget.
No, Peter Dinklage is
the guy who runs the whorehouse.
Oh yeah, he's pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah, I find him interesting. He's been in a lot of movies too.
Yeah, Dark Knight Rises.
You remember Shanghai Nights?
Yeah.
With Owen Wilson and Jackie Chan. He played Rat Boner.
I did not know that. He's in Dark Knight Rises though.
Is he?
He's the guy. He's the guy that arrests Bane in the plane, and he's talking to him.
Oh, he doesn't last long.
Yeah, no. No, but that's probably like that's all I knew him from.
I've never noticed that.
I really liked a lot of the characters from Game of Thrones, but the only ones I really care about that like it would be like watching like Person of Interest and like Harold dies. Like
Person of Interest.
See what I mean?
So good. You know what? I actually, on that same note, I'm officially off board with Ben Affleck being Batman. I want Jim Caviezel.
Oh, that would be interesting.
I think you could pull it off.
Yeah. I think that there's so much backlash towards Batman versus Superman. They delayed it a year. They keep adding different actors that people don't want. Their casting is horrible, and I don't know. What?
Jesse Eisenberg?
Yes.
Eisenberg?
That was
and
the
then,
worst freaking thing I've ever heard. As soon as I heard that, I'm like, nope, not saying it.
and the girl for Wonder Woman that they casted, she's like super slim. It's like, man, you don't have any of the attributes of Wonder Woman unless she bulks up.
You do implants.
Implants and bulking up. That's the only way, man.
Should have been like Lady Sif.
I know that name. Why?
Avengers.
Syphilis.
She was like Thor's.
Oh yes, yes,
Oh.
yes. I completely
yeah.
agree.
The woman that's in his like warrior group.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
She would have done.
That would have worked. But then they're already using her for Marvel, so that'd be a conflict of interest, I would assume.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
I do too.
but I still think there'd be better choices. So,
Yep.
But like, yeah, it hasn't been cast well. I still haven't actually watched Man of Steel. I need to do that at some point.
Me too, actually.
Yeah, that's actually really good.
Yeah?
Yeah, I like that one.
See, Henry Cavill, I've never seen him before, but he looks the part of Superman, so I'm okay with it.
It's got Russell Crowe in it too, and I love Russell Crowe. He makes good movies.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Have you seen Noah? Have you seen Noah? There's a new one that came out.
No.
The one with Russell Crowe.
I haven't seen. Yeah, it's like Russell Crowe, Hermione.
Hermione.
Her name.
Have you seen This Is the End?
Not yet, no.
Yes.
So stupid.
Best movie ever.
I love how there's like all the real actors in the show playing themselves, but it's like all end of the world scenario, and there's like Hermione
stole our shit.
I swear to God though, like the main actors still steal the show. Obviously, it's like the guys like Jonah Hill, who pisses me off, but he does a good job in the movie.
He does a great job to piss people off of them. I love it.
Yeah. 22 Jump Street looks pretty friggin' funny too.
I was just gonna say.
I want to see it.
Mm-hmm.
So many dumb movies.
Yeah, I like that though. I love Channing Tatum in that movie because he's so dumb in it, and
he's so stuck between like super serious and
just downright
completely immature.
Yeah, I love it. It's great.
Yeah. Yeah, no, the first one was actually a real shock to me. I didn't think it was going to be anywhere near as good as it was. So I got higher hopes for the second one, which probably means it'll disappoint.
Possibly. Yeah. But from the trailer, it kind of looks like I don't know. It looks pretty good.
I want to see that, and also want to see that movie, The Neighbors. Have you seen that one?
That's coming out.
Zac Efron, Seth Rogen.
Apparently, it's doing really well. Like for
looks
reviews.
Hilarious.
Yeah, but I don't really like Seth, but this looks like I kind of want to see it.
I think it's gonna be that movie where Zac Efron finally breaks out from that Disney whatever he's been with.
Yeah,
it seems like
it's a musical.
Yeah, that.
Is anyone else watching Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
No, I kind of want to.
Me too.
But I haven't yet.
I heard the girl from Thor was in it.
Yeah, Lady Sif.
Yeah, Lady Sif. I heard she was in it.
And Maria Hill's been in it a few times too, I think.
Just recently.
Oh, okay.
Just recently. The show starts slow, I'll warn you. Like the first few episodes, I enjoyed them, but I did hear a lot of complaining at the beginning of the show. But it picks up, and it doesn't really let up after that.
Honestly, I've only really seen one episode. I think it was one where it's like some kind of virus they pushed out of the like there was like a containment and there was like a virus they're like working out and they had to like dump it out at the last second, but they ended up saving someone. I don't know. It was weird.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that was like the only episode I saw.
There's only a couple episodes left in the season, but it's coming to a big close, and they found a way to kind of merge the events of the movies into the show, which I thought was really cool because like like Captain America 2 and Thor 2 both have like direct places in the timeline of the show.
That's freaking awesome.
That's the one thing I like about Marvel. They actually like tie in all their movies together.
Yeah.
DC's
they
not
really seem to know
doing
what they're doing.
Yeah, DC is just like, it's a Batman, it's a Superman. Come see us.
I'm not going to spoil anything about The Amazing Spider-Man 2, but they did something that I don't want, because it's not related.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So
Awesome.
it's not no, but hold on. It's not.
I might know what you're referring to.
Is it regarding X-Men?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why did I didn't know beforehand that they had made an agreement to show like a teaser trailer of X-Men at the end of Spider-Man 2. So I thought like they were merging them together, and I was like,
oh, they're not.
They're not.
I did hear though that they were contemplating bringing a new X-Men show back to television.
Yes, I heard that too. But like, that would be great. I would be. Yeah, that's how I felt, Jason. That's how I felt. That is so not sneaky, but like they're trying to get hype for the new X-Men movie, right?
You just ruined my day.
I know.
I might get a sleep out tonight now. I got work in the morning. Suck.
How do you think I felt after I watched the movie and I was just freaking out? Apparently, Sarah was instead of watching the scene, Sarah was she was beside me and just watching my mouth just like open and get wider and wider. I was like realizing what was happening because it seems like they were going to merge them together, and I was just so excited and happy, and I was like, because it was completely off left field, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, way left. Way left.
I don't even know if you need to build hype at all right now. Like for me, like Days of Future Past has been one of my most anticipated movies for this year for quite some time.
Those X-Men movies.
That movie looks so good.
First Class, I've only seen bits and pieces when I was at work. Like,
First Class is awesome. Watch First Class.
Yeah, you'll want to watch that.
I've seen bits and pieces of that. I haven't seen the one after that. There was the second one, right? After that?
This is the second one.
Oh, okay.
This is the second one that merges the original trilogy plus X-Men First Class plus the Wolverine movies.
Yeah.
It's kind of like
awesome.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It looks awesome.
Yeah. I agree that they didn't really need to build hype, so that's why I'm kind of upset because it makes me want something that's not going to happen unless they can reach some kind of agreement. Or the best thing would be to have Marvel just take, if they could get back the rights for Spider-Man and X-Men and then create like this crazy universe. Like I can't even imagine what Marvel would do with Spider-Man and X-Men, and then they could merge them with the Avengers for like one big movie with everyone in it.
Oh man,
I know, right?
They have that shit crazy.
They have to.
It would be too much. Like they would have to like specifically pick certain Avengers, Spider-Man, Wolverine, and a few other X-Men. They can't have everyone. That's too much.
They have to have everyone.
No, because it would be too pricey. Although they would make they would just beat Avatar for like the most money ever made for movies if they did that.
Marvel really does seem to have their stuff together though with everything they're doing. Like I think even as people who have seen maybe the movies or like Captain America 2 for example, I haven't seen it. But I suspect that maybe some of the information that I know from the television show might even be stuff that you don't realize from after Captain America. I don't know for sure.
Now you're kind of making me really want to see the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I wanted to kind of see it before, but I don't know I just never got around to it.
It's good. I like a lot of the characters on the show actually.
Yeah.
It took me a little while to get to that point with a few of them, but I do think they have strong primary characters. So, and Agent Coulson, he's awesome.
I was just gonna say, yeah, him alone is probably worth it. But I like that they're tying everything into it. So put it on the list. That's my next assignment. I wish season 1.
I did see Thor 2 finally.
And Thor 2's good.
It was freaking hilarious.
Yeah. It is, yeah.
It was awesome.
It's like it's not funny for the most of it, and then like at the end they just in the last battle they're just like, let's just add in a ton of comedy into it.
Yeah. It's pretty great though that like the last few Marvel character-based movies, anyways, that have come out. It's been like Thor 2. You saw that and you said you liked it a lot, and then Cap 2 came out and you liked that one. But it's been like a progression. Like it's been like every time Captain America 2 was better than Thor 2, and now Spider-Man is better than Captain America 2.
Better than the Avengers. That's what I heard. from like I think like 1 or 2 people. That's
What did
why
you hear, sir?
I heard Captain America 2 is better than the Avengers. And if it's better than the Avengers, then it better be a good movie.
It's no, it's
No.
no. It's
Okay.
good. It's damn good, but the Avengers is hard to beat, man. That's like up there.
Because you're getting my hype down.
Second one.
Well, I don't want your hype to be like super high, and then you're like, it's not as good as the Avengers. So I'm gonna try to bring it down a little bit.
Yes,
to
the
prepare
truth
you.
comes out.
It's definitely worth watching. It's really good. It's like Thor 2 is freaking awesome, but it's not as good as the Avengers. It's like that.
Same thing?
Yeah.
Okay, I can deal with that.
Is Age of Ultron like this year?
Next year. I know.
It's so far away.
I do want to see Guardians of the Galaxy. That actually looks kind of funny.
Yes, that looks hilarious.
Is it this month?
What?
Is it this month?
No, August.
Oh, goddamn.
It's a little bit too. It would be too cram packed, right? Like Captain America
yeah.
a few weeks ago, then Amazing Spider-Man, then like X-Men.
I mean, you know, they might get ideas from Nintendo. You never know.
Yeah, I think though that like Guardians of the Galaxy has a good chance of keeping Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles at bay. That's funny that I just said that. I just realized what I had said. I didn't. No pun intended at the time.
That movie looks so bad.
Yeah. So I'm hoping like Guardians of the Galaxy is so good that everybody starts talking about it and hyping it up, and that people go for the second weekend in a row and make it at the top one, and Teenage Mutant Turtles just bombs, and like Bay's like, I ruined everything, and he finally realizes that he's a sack of shit, and he shouldn't like influence everything that he does and turn it into a Michael Bay disaster.
It's Turtles with explosions.
Then again, it could just be freaking awesome, but I doubt that. I mean,
It doesn't look like turtles, really. I don't know.
Yeah, they're aliens. They're alien turtles,
Yeah,
aren't they? Or they're made from alien, like.
It's stupid.
Yes.
Is he doing the new Transformers as well, or is somebody else heading that?
Yeah,
He is.
he's doing Transformers, and he's not directing Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. He's the producer of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. But I think it's like everything that he stands for is happening in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I think like he, as the producer, he just showed up on set and probably talked to the director. This is what you're gonna do, and this is the script that I wrote last night. It's great. I watched like a clip of a cartoon, and I was like, here's all my ideas.
Yeah. There's this one show on that runs on the Stars Network, which is like it's a European channel. I don't even know if you can get it in North America, even as like a specialty channel or something. Mm-hmm. But there's this one show on there called Black Sails, and it's actually executive produced by Michael Bay, and it's fantastic.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, it's really good.
Bay can be good when action is involved, as long as he doesn't add drama to the action.
And
you
no
know what I
Megan
mean?
Fox.
Yes, it has to be just strict action with no slow-mo or very little slow-mo, because he's able to do the wide shots, and that's that I will give him. He's able to do the wide shots, and that's what I want to see when I see Transformers. I want to feel like the scale of things. I want to see that these things are gigantic, you know. So I will give him that. So is the action really good in it, or is it also just the storyline?
It's just it's a really, really good show. I'm not sure how directly involved he is, or if it's really just his name on it.
It could be that, yeah.
But the show is really good. There's like 8 episodes or something in the first season.
Okay.
But it's a really good show. Obviously, I know you're watching some other things right now.
Yeah. And I have to finish Person of Interest because I freaking love that. But I just really want to buy them on Blu-ray, and I will. Then I could do the review for them.
I'm really glad that you really liked it when you started watching it. I've been pushing Person of Interest at Kyle for like the entire time I've known him. It was like the day after I met him. It's like Person of Interest.
Really? That long? Holy crap!
Well, somebody has to somebody has to take my advice on this show because nobody ever does. And I'm just like, it's so criminally like it's got good ratings, but it's almost underappreciated strictly because it's a network television show.
But I find that, like, I was like, I've never really heard of Person of Interest. I only know about it because of Jim Caviezel, and I really wanted to watch it because of him. But I just, once again, never got around to it. I had intentions that I would eventually watch it. I just didn't do it. And then once I did, I fell in love with it, and I was like, this feels like nobody's watching it. But then I looked at the viewers, and there's a lot of people watching it. Like it's beating like The Mentalist. It's beating, I think, Castle, Blue Bloods. Like it's one of the best viewed shows right now at the moment.
Yeah. But nobody talks about it.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I felt like.
Weirdest thing. I don't get it. I know like one other person who watches the show. And
really?
I'm just like, where are all these viewers? It's like because everybody, like, I want to talk about the show and nobody watches it. So, but it's got, like, this show has some just fantastic characters on it.
Yeah. Yeah, oh, it does. Harold and Jim Caviezel are my. I think it's hard, but I think they're equal. If not, Harold might actually be my favorite. Caviezel is amazing. He's one of the best characters out there. But Harold, holy crap! I didn't expect to like him. I expected to like Jim Caviezel, right? Because he's one of the main reasons why I wanted to see it. Yeah. But holy crap, Harold's just so good.
I started watching the show strictly because it's made by J.J. Abrams. That's really the only reason that I even got into it in the first place. And that's because at that point in time, I had already watched Lost, which up until the last season of it, I absolutely love.
I haven't watched Lost either. Is that something I should?
I only know the ending.
Most shows have horrible endings, though. I'm kind of getting used to that. My favorite show of all time is Seinfeld, and that has a horrible ending. So I mean,
but the next show of his that I really, really got into was one that I was watching when Person of Interest started. Yeah, I was already watching, and it was Fringe. And Fringe is one of my all-time favorite shows.
That's on the to-do list as well.
And actually, that is one example of a show that I feel ended near perfect.
That's rare, man.
Yeah, and it's great too because it was in danger of being canceled from like third season basically. Yeah. Because the ratings just kept dropping. In fairness, Fox took it and moved it to the Friday night death slot, and that was pretty much the end of it there. Yeah. But they gave it. After the fourth season ended, they gave it a 13-episode final season to wrap everything up, which is rare.
Yeah, I feel that they should almost do that for every show. Unless it's really tanking, like just give them the heads up. This is going to be ending. Finish the show you need to. Like just
give the closure.
Yes. Like if you think I'm canceling it and there's like a few episodes left, just let them know ahead of time so that they could at least finish it. It's just a few more episodes. Like it's just at least please the fans. Like Jericho is a show that I liked, and they didn't end it correctly. I don't know if either of you have watched it, but
they ended it. I mean, I know it got canceled, but did they actually ended it?
No, they weren't able to do the correct ending, I guess.
The thing with Fringe is when it hit the end of its fourth season, it had 87 episodes. Mm-hmm. And to reach syndication, you have to have 100. So I think that was the primary incentive for them giving them the 13-episode season to wrap it up. Yeah. Basically gave them a half season, and but then it allowed them to hit that 100-episode mark. So in theory, the show could be rerun eventually.
Yeah. That makes sense.
So I think there was incentive on both sides, but it was great because it allowed them to close the story. And honestly, the last season was fantastic. There were so many references and things back to all kinds of things that had happened throughout the first four. Yeah. Tying plot lines in together, tying some of the overall mythology of the show back in, or just referencing some of the very subtle things that they alluded to or that they incorporated along the way. It was great. It was like this big homage to all the fans, kind of. Yeah. It was great.
But I will check it out then. That's been on my list for a while. There's just so many shows, right?
My all-time favorite television character is in Fringe.
Which one? The father or the
father?
Else? The father.
Walter Bishop.
Yeah.
He is a fantastic character.
Yeah.
So, I think Fringe is, well, actually, I don't want to say anything because what I was going to say actually would give away a fairly major plot line going into the second season, so I won't do it.
Do it.
No.
But,
You're so bad, Jason.
That's what got me into
Where's
Person
my
of
height?
Interest. I was like, I like these other shows. I'm going to give this one a shot.
Yeah.
And I wasn't captured by the first couple episodes, but by like the third episode, I was hooked. I was like, yeah, this is great. But Person of Interest is a really difficult show to describe. In terms of what type of show it is, like, because at a certain level it's a crime drama. At a certain level it's a I don't know, it's sort of a crime drama, but I wouldn't call it a crime drama.
No, it is, but they changed it so much that it feels fresh. So it's not like your other Castle or Mentalist show or Blue Bloods even. It's just, or CSI and all the other shows that are like that. They've added a nice twist to it so that it can be more than just that, because there is so much more going on because of the machine.
Yeah.
And also having to go back and forth and kind of showing the creation of the machine. That's not new of going back and forth, but because it's so interesting, I don't know, it just adds a new nice flavor to it.
Yeah, and honestly, there's a whole bunch of new plot lines and everything that are going to get opened up over the next couple seasons that there's just... It's fantastic. There's so much backstory that they've created in this series. It's awesome.
When it's done correctly, when backstory is done correctly, I like it, and it seems like Person of Interest is like high up there. I really want to start watching like the second season, but I'm just waiting. I want to order in the first two on Blu-ray and then like try to get Sarah to watch it, and then I'll start watching season 3 and stuff. But that will be, once I'm all caught up, I will start. That will be a show that I will watch every week. Because Game of Thrones, it's only like 10 episodes, and they're all so linked into each other. Whereas Person of Interest, like, it could be a show that you could miss a few episodes. I'm not going to, dear God, I'm never going to do that.
No.
But I can wait for the next week to have the next episode.
Well, I find shows like Person of Interest and Fringe very much to the same degree, kind of rewarding, regardless. Because you can watch an individual episode of these shows.
Yeah.
And the story that's actually happening in that individual episode, which is always related back to the numbers, it's always compelling enough on its own to make it an enjoyable episode.
Yeah, exactly.
Never mind all of the things that are happening, from more of a season standpoint, moving through like the Elias storyline from the first season.
The canon of the show, like you don't have
yeah. So like there's a lot to enjoy there, and Fringe was very much the same, although Fringe in its later seasons became more procedural. Hold on, what am I trying to say here? It became less of a case of the week sort of show and more of just a running story.
Okay, yes, that you kind of have to pay attention to every episode in chronological order type of thing, and follow in. Is that what you mean? Okay.
Yeah, and Person of Interest does that to a degree as well.
Yes, yeah. Well, from season 1, there's not too many times that it does that. Like, there's a little few things here and there, but like, you can kind of, like you say, you can kind of just watch it and watch what the number case comes out to.
There's always
now I want to watch Person of Interest. God damn it! I want to watch it right now.
There's always numbers. Even in the episodes that don't really focus that heavily on them, there's always numbers, and they always seem to intertwine somehow. Yeah. Which is fantastic.
I agree.
It's got great writers.
It does. And a great cast. Like, freaking Finch and Caviezel, man. They're just perfect.
Yeah, I like Agent Carter as well.
Yeah. How is Finch in Lost?
He's awesome, but very, very different. Obviously very, very different character, but at the same time, not entirely different. Well, he plays a guy named Benjamin Linus, but I can't really tell you much about him.
Okay.
Kind of a mystery.
All right, I'm thinking of watching it because I saw that like Finch, like the actor that plays Finch, hasn't really done anything else.
Yeah.
Other than maybe Lost, like worthwhile. So I was like, oh, I really want to see what else this guy's done, and I'm like, oh, he's in Lost. It kind of makes me want to watch it more.
Let me put it this way: if you watch the first season of Lost and you don't absolutely love it, there's no reason to continue.
Okay. I will give it the first season then. It's on Netflix, so it's like gonna be easy to like watch. And if I really like it, then I'll get the Blu-rays and I'll do like reviews and stuff like that.
To be fair, I would say season 1 was the best season.
There's so much backstory though with those. That's where I'm not really super. I want to see what's happening on the island. I don't want to know the backstory because I think I watched a few episodes of Lost, and but so I see that's what threw me off because I wanted to watch Lost and I was like, I want to know what's going on there with the island. That was the thing that interested me. The backstory is I'm just like, I know that it's important for the characters, but I want to see what was on the island. That was my main thing.
The answers about the island come really slowly, which was one of the primary criticisms of the show. Even though it was still a very well received show, and I did enjoy it, except for the 5th season. 5th season was bullshit.
Okay.
Season was total crap.
Yeah.
And that's one of those shows that you just get to the end of it and you're like, oh. Like you want to just hit your head on against the wall. Like you're like, why did I spend all of this time for that?
Yeah. Yeah. I know what you mean.
It's so. But,
feels like a waste. Yeah.
I know a lot of people who liked the show, and I know a lot of people who didn't really like the show. Mm-hmm. But the one thing that's universally true is nobody likes the ending.
Okay.
That's all I hear about Lost. The only thing I hear about Lost is the ending. So I know what happens at the end, even though I haven't even watched the show.
Oh, really?
But, yeah, because people just randomly come up to me like, oh yeah, this happens. I'm like, oh great, I don't want to really.
I hate it when people do that.
If I wanted to watch the show, now I have no reason to because I know how it ends.
Yeah.
Well, luckily, the ending is so left field that you could still enjoy watching the entire show knowing it was going to come.
Yeah.
But it was bad. It was really bad.
I feel like it has like a Sopranos feel to it. The way that it's like it comes out of nowhere, like whoa, like something you didn't expect, but at the same time you're kind of like.
It kind of felt like a cop out because they didn't know how to get themselves out of what they started.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
cool beans.
But that's why I like the way that shows like Fringe ended. Some of the greatest scenes that I've watched on any show on television came in the final season of Fringe.
Because you recommended it, and Person of Interest was like a huge win. I'm gonna have to watch it now. I was interested in it before. I watched the first episode, and I was like, yeah, it's pretty darn good. And I just once again never got around.
Oh, it just builds on that too. Like the seasons, the first 2 seasons are incredible.
Okay.
I love them.
Okay. I will check them out definitely.
So again, another show of great characters.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Okay, well, I will definitely check that out. I'm gonna have to head out though.
Oh my God,
so what?
After 12.
I know. Mario Golf tomorrow. Oh, Jason, you're gone, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't want to do it tonight, right?
That's probably a little bit too late. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna get it in the morning, and then I'm gonna go to my game.
Yeah.
But I should be back around tomorrow at some point if you guys or you or whoever is available.
Yeah.
So I'll be probably around to like 3 o'clock.
3 o'clock. Well, Jason, you and I might be able to play.
2:30 is probably like the earliest I can start. Might get like a half hour, maybe.
Okay.
But I know by 3 I have to get out of the house to go to work.
Yeah. What about Sunday for you, Jason?
Sunday's actually even worse.
Okay.
Because Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, I'm working from like 2:30 to 11. That's a whole big situation.
Maybe Wednesday then.
Yeah.
And Kev, if you're able to tomorrow, we can try it out.
Cool. I'm definitely gonna pick it up. So I'll shoot you a Facebook message or something.
Okay.
Later.
Sounds good.
Cool.
All right. Well, thank you all for watching, and thank you guys for joining me. It's been quite a while. Let's hopefully we don't have another 2-month hiatus.
Yeah. Well, hopefully we all manage to play some stuff that we can talk about between now and then.
Yes, yeah. Oh, well, I have tons of stuff I could talk about, but I just didn't get to mention it this time around. So next time. Because actually, Jason, I really want to know what you think about Conception 2, like a little bit more detail.
What was that?
If you get the chance. I really want to hear what you have to say for Conception 2. Because I think is that what it's called? Yeah, because I'm really interested in that game. I want to hear, I don't know, just more detail about that game before I pick it up.
I would say, so far from what I can tell, it's more of like a dating sim than an RPG.
I'm okay with dating sims sometimes because it's a little bit different. Yeah, we'll talk next time.
Okay.
Wait a minute. This is a dating sim called Conception?
Yes.
Giggity you.
All right.
Yeah, I believe you have kids, don't you?
Sold.
A lot of kids.
I'm just kidding.
Screw Mario Golf tomorrow. I'm going to go get Conception too.
Cancel
Put
that.
it this way: you have kids, you level them up, and then you just let them go. You know,
You let them
you just
go?
let them go, and then you have more kids, and you do the same thing over and over again.
No.
Yeah.
That's messed up. I'm going to have to pick this game up.
Exactly. That's why they rated them for mature.
Yeah. Oh, that's messed up. I'm good. God, that's weird. Did I just change to my Harvest Moon?
I'll just say this: you have kids by touching hands. That's how you have kids.
All
When
right.
I had kids one day, I'd be like, "Mommy, where did that come from?" I'd be like, "Well, I held your mom's hand, and poof, you came out of nowhere." That's how my kids how they came.
Logical.
Very
Makes
logical.
sense. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh man,
You
it sounds such like a weird game. I'll just,
it's very weird.
yeah. Oh well, we'll see. We'll talk about it next time.
Okay.
Thank God Mario Golf.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks again for joining in, you two, both of you, and we'll see about Wednesday for all of us, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right. Bye-bye, everyone.
See ya.